students, today we are going to get ourselves acquainted with Rishab, who is an all-Indian ranker in CA Inter. Results announced in February 2022 of the attempt December 2021. CA is a professional course and we all are very well known of it. And qualifying CA is itself a very humongous task, and getting a rank in CA is not a little feat of achievement. I may not be able to interview all such brilliant students who have qualified CA, but I would like to congratulate all of them. Today, we are going to talk to Rishab, who has secured All Indian 8th rank, and let us draw some inspiration from his success story. Hello, Rishab. How are you?
Doing well, ma'am.
Very good. Can you tell us about yourself, Rishab?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Rishab Ostwal. I have secured 97.5 in my 10th ICSE, 344 in my foundation, and 651 in my CA Inter. I have bagged A8 in CA Inter. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishab. And how did your friends and family feel when they have found out that you have secured All Indian 8th rank in CA Inter?
They were extremely happy. I would say they were ecstatic. My relatives called me. They congratulated me. My parents were extremely proud of me. And I would say, yes, it was overwhelming and ecstatic. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I am sure there is no doubt about it. And what is the role played by your parents and teachers in your achievement?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we had this 7 or 8 months online classes, and we had 3 months physical classes. While I was at home, my parents supported me a lot, particularly my sister too. She used to motivate me a lot. Like she used to encourage me. And teachers, teachers in Masterminds are extremely good. They are qualified. They explain concepts well, and yeah, their contribution was immense in my success.
So I'm very happy you have such great support in your success story. And may I ask you, how did MEC and CA integrated course help you and contribute you towards your success when you studied it in Masterminds?
Yes, ma'am. The moment I cleared my 10th exams, I was about to join Masterminds. I joined the SSP1 course, and we have this integrated CA foundation coaching with MEC. So I was able to learn majority of CA foundation in my 11th and 12th itself, and this reduced the burden in my in preparation of my CA foundation exams later. And particularly, yes, when actually my mom and dad both were COVID positive while the exam before the CA foundation exams, and I lost around 2 or 3 months in that. But since I had done my coaching previously in 11th and 12th, this helped me a lot. If I had not done that, I would not be able to crack the exams as well.
Very well, Rishab. And who do you give credit for this achievement?
Firstly, I would give this credit to my sister, as she encouraged me a lot. Then I would give the major credit to my parents, and yes, of course, the entire team of Masterminds too.
Yeah, thank you, Rishab. Now, generally, students who are meritorious opt for MPC or BIPC. And what made you think about MEC and CA integrated course?
Yes, ma'am. First, I would say of my schooling. When I was in 9th, I had opted for commercial applications. It's nothing but commerce only. So after reading 2 years commerce, I felt the commerce fascinated me a lot. I was in fact, I had secured 100% in my commerce in ICSE exams, and this made me choose commerce rather than science as my career stream.
So, okay, Rishab, did you take SSP 1 and what benefits did you receive from that course?
Yes, ma'am. The moment I joined Masterminds, I was told about the SSP1 course. Like we had the entire MEC to CA final and in one package. So my father straight away opted for it, and yes, ma'am, we reaped a lot of benefits. Particularly we had integrated CA foundation coaching along with MEC, and we had the best classes, best faculties. Yes, ma'am. So I would say SSP1 course is a must recommended one.
So how did you know about CA course and who encouraged you to pursue this course?
CA, I was aware of CA course from very beginning. Uh, uh, my uncle is a qualified CA and he owns India's one of the biggest brokerage firm. So he inspired me a lot. His journey inspired me. Our family has many other qualified CS as well. Many of my cousins are qualified CS now, and they are practicing in Mumbai and Bangalore. So this made me choose CA course.
Yeah, right. So how did you prepare yourself on the day before your CA foundation exam?
Yes, CA foundation exam. I would say I didn't. I used to. I revised everything the day before the exam in CA foundation exams. Like I had prepared short notes for everything. I revised all the subheadings. I didn't start preparing from scratch again. I just revised all the topics very fastly so that I could cover the entire syllabus and I'm not left with anything.
So how did you feel the CA foundation exam was? Was it tough or easy?
In my opinion, I found most of them to be easy only, but I would say it depends upon the preparation a student has done.
Yeah. So if any paper would get twisted in CA foundation exam, how would you face that paper?
If a paper gets twisted, firstly I would pick up all the questions which I am perfectly aware of, and I would write them. And the questions which are twisted, I would answer them in the middle part of the exam so that the evaluator doesn't get a negative opinion on my paper. Then if in case of time constraint, I would leave the questions which I don't know perfectly, and I would try maximizing my marks as much as I can.
So how did you manage time to study both MAC and CA foundation? Is there some strategy you followed?
I didn't particularly follow any strategy as Masterminds had already drafted schedules for both the MEC and CA foundation. I just blindly followed their schedules, and yeah, both were comfortably done.
So I heard that you have scored very well in your CA foundation exam. Have you ever felt that preparing for MEC and CA foundation simultaneously was burdensome? And have you ever thought of appearing for the next attempt in CA foundation?
No, ma'am, I never felt that. Both went smoothly. Both MEC and CA foundation went smoothly. We had schedules for both, and I never felt that burdensome that pursuing CA foundation along with MEC would make schedules hectic. I never felt that way.
So if any of your juniors would tell you that preparing for MAC and CA foundation at the same time is difficult, and I would like to move on to the next attempt for CA foundation, what advice or suggestion would you offer them?
I would say it particularly depends upon the caliber. Like if they're very sure of not clearing the exams, I would say them to postpone their attempt. But preparing MSc with CA foundation is not that tedious, and it could be done if careful attention is made. And I would say they'll be losing their 6 months. It's up to them to decide whether they are to lose their 6 months or and postpone their attempt, or to prepare hard and save their 6 months.
So is there any kind of subject that you have given special attention to? How did you prepare it? Did you attend the classes or did you practice more?
uh, I found in CA Inter, I found auditing very interesting. I loved auditing. I used to revise it a lot, and also I paid special attention to direct tax because I found that it has a lot more provisions than any other subject. I practiced direct tax a lot, and I also like the subjects like EIS and SM, and like it was not like I paid. I found any subject tough or easy. I found each one to be equally fascinating. But particularly, I loved auditing, and particularly I loved auditing one. And I paid special focus towards direct tax.
So what advice would you give your juniors regarding CA foundation as the course spreads itself over the span of 2 years?
Yes, ma'am. In CA, as CA foundation is pursued along with MEC, it must be spread over 2 years. So I would say students to keep revising the syllabus once it's done, and to be in touch with the topics, because 2 years is a really long time, and students tend to forget the concepts that they had earlier learned. I would say, particularly on Sundays, as we get much free time, we could revise. We could fastly revise the swiftly revise the topics which we already learned previously. So this would make sure that we don't lose the topics, don't get erased from our mind. So I would say repetitive revisions would help a lot.
Yeah. So, have you ever felt that going for MEC, CA foundation, as well as CMA foundation a bit burdensome? And if your juniors think of pursuing the same, all three courses at the same time, what suggestion would you offer them?
Yes, ma'am. I would say I had also pursued CMA foundation along with CA foundation. In fact, to be honest, I didn't prepare for CMA foundation at all. I had secured 358 in my CMA foundation, whereas in CA foundation I secured 344 only. So I would say, once you are thorough with CA foundation, CMA foundation is just a cakewalk. You can do it very easily. Like I revised only the day before the exam. Particularly we have these 2 or 3 like ethics and all, we have some different topics, we can just see those topics and appear in the exam, so it will not be that burdensome.
So, what is your GAV in CA foundation internals in general?
I don't remember it exactly, but I guess it was around 85 or 90%.
So, what was your final marks in CA foundation?
I secured 344 in my CA foundation out of 400.
So, when did you exactly start preparing for CA foundation?
I started preparing from like the day that the lecturers explain the concepts. I used to memorize as much as I can, and yeah, as I already said, I wasted 3 or 4 months. Like my time got wasted in CA foundation. So as I had prepared the concepts earlier when the lecturers had taught it, uh, so I would say preparation begins from day one itself. Try memorizing as much as you can while the faculties explain the concepts. Mark important points, highlight them, and pay special attention towards them.
So, how many hours per day did you study?
While I was in CA Foundation, I didn't spend that much time. I spent around 10 hours a day. And but while I was in CA Inter, on an average I used to spend 14 or 15 hours a day. And but sometimes we had like our revision schedule sometimes was hectic. Like we had all the new topics. That time it was even stretched to 18 or 20 hours a day. We had these sleepless nights, and but I would say the journey was hard, but yeah, it has its own advantages.
Yeah. So, hard work finally pays off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you set a separate timetable for yourself, or did you just follow Masterminds schedules?
No, I never followed a separate timetable. I just like we had exams on Wednesday and Sunday, and we had schedules for we had syllabus for all the exams. I used to cover all the syllabus in the time provided. Uh, I would say I never followed another timetable. I just blindly followed the schedule of Masterminds.
So, how did you prepare for your internals in CA Foundation? Did you maintain additional notes along with your Masterminds fast track material?
For the theory subjects like law, I used to maintain separate notes. I used to write some mnemonics which faculty suggested. Like sometimes faculty may funnily say a story to remember the concepts well. I used to note them also that memorizing concepts become easier. I would write some other like topics which are not in the textbook but which help understanding the topics well. I would write them too in my notes so that memorizing them or learning them gets easier.
So, in CA Inter, after completion of syllabus, they must have conducted study hours and revision exams, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, they must have conducted the same after completion of CA Foundation syllabus too. How important do you think these study hours and revision exams are?
Revision exams, I would say they have their own obvious advantages. Firstly, it improves our writing speed, and but the most important advantage I feel attempting revision exams is that we can evaluate and introspect ourselves, like how much aware of the topics we are. We can rectify our mistakes. We can self-evaluate ourselves, and so that our these mistakes do not get carried to the main exams. We can modify our preparation strategy. We can see like what topics we are lacking at, and we could enhance our preparations.
So I heard that because of these examinations, students score well in the finals. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am. I too attempted around 90% of the division exams. It helped me a lot. It took out the fear of the main exam from me. I attempted the exam with ease. I have heard even my cousin had flunked both of his groups because he was not able to, though he knew the concepts well, but he was not able to present them well, like in time. So he lost a majority of time because his writing speed was not that well. So I would say attempting repetitive exams would not only increase your speed but also would help to evaluate yourselves.
So actually, when what advice do you offer your juniors regarding the CA foundation exams as they are conducted on alternate days?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I would say the day on the day before the exam, do not start preparing again from scratch. Be swift, revise quickly and as much as you can. Do not start learning new concepts in the day before the exam. Try revising what you already know, so that the time doesn't get wasted. And I would say maintain short notes, revising them, highlight important points, see them before the exam, and mark those problems which you find difficult. I would say see the important points. That's it.
So should the theory paper answers must be answered exactly as in the material?
No, I will not say to reproduce the content just by mugging it up and writing in the exam. I would say firstly to learn the concepts well, understand them. And I would say the content must not change. You must be grammatically perfect. But yeah, you have the liberty to change to frame the sentences in your own way. But the content must not change, and the meaning must be the same.
Yeah. Some people do not even continue in the same school their entire education. What motivated you to study in Masterminds after completion of your CA foundation?
I would say Masterminds faculty explain concepts well. Apart from this, Masterminds have this carefully drafted schedules, which ensures that our preparation gets completed in time, and we can attempt exams with ease. So this particularly the discipline and the focus Masterminds pay towards its students is what made me continue in this organization.
Some students even go to metropolitan cities like Chennai, Bangalore after completion of CA foundation. What made you stay at Masterminds for your CA inter as well?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, Bangalore is just 2.5 hours journey from my place, and Chennai is just 4 hours journey. Whereas Guntur is around 10 hours journey from my place. But still, I chose Guntur only because of its discipline and the schedules they prepare. So I would say going to metropolitan cities, the faculty they might explain the concepts well, but they do not pay attention towards each student, and they do not have this carefully drafted schedules. They just uh, teach the concepts and leave the students, and it's up to them to study or not.
You have studied CA inter in Masterminds for 10 months, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever felt that choosing a different institute would be a better idea?
Honestly, I never felt that. In fact, my cousins had advised me to join other institutes in Bangalore as well, but I found that Masterminds, as it was a one-stop solution for everything, like it had the best of the faculties, it had the best discipline, the best schedules. So I didn't find it necessary to join another institute.
So many institutions actually provide their services until the completion of syllabus and be done with it. Did Masterminds do the same, or did the institution provide its services until the public examinations?
Yes, ma'am. We had this. We had completed the entire syllabus 3 months before the exams. Even in these 3 months, Masterminds had sent the revision schedules, and they had conducted exams twice a week. They corrected the answers, and they sent the suggested answers in time, and they corrected our answer sheets, and they suggested like in what areas you're lacking, and they sent the remarks and all. So I would say Masterminds had not left us after the syllabus was over, but it was with us till the public exams. And yes, it's with us even after the public exams are over. Like they keep in touch with us. They regularly contact us. They say they even asked of my results. They congratulated me. They felicitated me. Yes, that's it.
So, Rishabh, you have studied CA Foundation material from Masterminds, right? So, did you want to study any other material, or was Masterminds material good enough?
I would say Masterminds material is highly enough. They have the entire content of ICI study material, and they have also incorporated the RTPs, MTPs, and the amendments in their materials. They have also categorized them into like ABC. They have given ABC categorizations for all the questions, and they have also given weightage for the questions. They have also given similar questions. They have also included the test and knowledge questions, and I would say they have included everything. So Masterman's material is highly enough. In fact, it's more than enough for attempting the exams.
So please tell us frankly, you must have heard about different experiences from your friends who have joined in different institutions for the coaching, right? So did you ever feel by listening to their experiences that it would be better if I joined any other institution rather than Masterminds?
Uh, I never felt that it would be better to join other institutes because Masterminds, as I have already said, is a one-stop solution for all. It has the best of faculties, the best of lectures, and the best of schedules. So I never felt the necessity to join another institute. Yeah, but my cousins had advised me to join other institutes, but I never felt that it was necessary to join another institute.
Did you ever feel like CA course is harder than IIT or NEET courses?
Uh, as I am pursuing CA, I'm not aware of IIT or NEET, but yeah, I have heard that my friends are pursuing them. I've heard that these exams are much more competitive than CA. But I would say, as I'm pursuing CA, CA is also tough, but I would say it's not as tough as IIT or NEET.
Yeah, in IIT or NEET, there is a huge amount of competition and the pressure to achieve a very good rank. If you do not achieve a very good rank, the entire what you call examination might prove useless. But in CA, you only need to qualify. The rank is just a bonus. That's a very good opportunity for students who would like to take pressure off of their shoulders and achieve a professional course, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right. So what do you suggest students who could not clear CA foundation in their first attempts? What advice would you give them?
I would say they must realize their mistakes. Like they must find what went wrong in the preparation. They must not lose hope. They must prepare well. They must study hard and smart both. They must not waste time in social medias or other like OTT platforms. They must pay focus towards their studies, and they must try clearing the exams as early as they can.
So would you advise them to follow through for BBA or BBM courses if they fail in their first attempt?
I would not straight away advise them to leave the CA course. CA is a highly reputed course in not only India, but it's a globally recognized course. So I would say it would entirely depend upon their caliber and interest. If they are not interested and they feel like that CA is not their cup of tea, I would say that they straight away leave the course and not waste time in this course. Uh, but if they are interested and they have that caliber and capability to clear it, they must they must definitely try preparing and attending the exams.
So if a student clears CMA foundation before clearing CA foundation, should they go for CMA inter or should they wait another attempt, clear CA foundation and go for CA inter?
Yes, actually, I have not faced that issue, but I know that CMA inter and CA inter syllabus is almost like around 80% same. But if their mainstream focus is of CA course, I would say first clear the CA foundation exams, then prepare for the CA inter, and while preparing for CA inter, you must have already prepared CMA inter because the syllabus is almost the same. So I would say if you are not focused with CA, then have main goal as CMA. But if you have main goal as CA, then don't first attempt CMA inter and then write CA foundation exams before CA inter exams.
So did Masterminds conduct 800 to 1000 hours of CA foundation coaching during your MEC, that is after your junior inter vacation and completion of second year?
Yes, ma'am, they must have done that.
Yeah. Did they conduct exclusive exams for CA foundation?
Yes, ma'am. Like we had completed majority of our syllabus in 11th or 12th itself. So they explained the entire concepts once again, and they also had exams for all the 4 papers. They also had the pattern was just as the public exams for math, stats, and reasoning and all. They had the questions. The quality of the questions was also good. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So we had exclusive exams for all the papers.
So you have mathematics, economics, and accounts in CA foundation and MEC. So did the same faculty that taught MEC teach you in CA foundation as well, or there were separate faculty for CA foundation?
As far as I remember, there were separate faculties for MEC and CA foundation.
Then, as Masterminds is providing complete online coaching for CA finals, you can attend these online classes from the comfort of wherever you are performing your articleship, right? So, are you planning on continuing in Masterminds for your CA final too, or are you having any other ideas?
Yes, ma'am. Until now, I have planned to continue Masterminds only. I will see the videos once. Then I'll make a decision. But as of now, I have made up my mind to continue Masterminds only.
Okay, so your friends might have joined in BBM or BBA. So, if you know what is the yearly fees, if you have an idea.
BBM, I guess my cousin has joined, ma'am. So it's around 3 lakhs per annum, I guess. The entire fees comes around for the they have 3 years, I guess. She's in the final year, and her final year's fees is around 3 lakhs per annum, I guess.
Okay. So thank you, Rishab. Thank you very much for being with us today and inspiring us with your insights from your success story. And thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us and to answer our questions. Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations on your great attempt and successful achievement.
Thank you, ma'am. It was my pleasure.
Thank you, Rishab.